Do I sound okay? Can you hear me? You can hear me on the audio? It sounds loud. Okay, because people were saying they couldn't hear me, so it's fine. Okay, cool. All right. So anyway, I want to get into the discussion of me being a new agent, and I want to talk to anyone that, number one, wants to get into real estate. Number two, I want to talk about some topics and discuss some tactics that actually has helped me get some new connections. And I'm in the process of closing some deals. I should have did a punch on this. Are y'all a cut type of person for cigars or a punch? I feel like I should have did a punch on this one. I feel like the last two cigars I had was I did a punch and it was good. So first of all, leading up to the idea of even getting into real estate, what does that mean, right? Because there's a lot of different angles that you can do when it comes to getting into real estate. You know, you could be an agent, you could be a property manager if you want to get into that. You could be a leasing agent. You can do other stuff too. Buy notes. You can be an investor. You can flip. I mean, there's a ton of stuff. So in general, I think my experience as a real estate agent has been great. It has been wonderful thus far. A lot of people they get into real estate and they think automatically you're going to be making $1 million a year. You're going to be closing deals left and right, blah blah blah. Hey, for some people it might be easier. Uh, for me personally, I think getting into this real estate business, at least for the first year, my goal is to just plant seeds. Like plant seeds, let everybody and their mama know what you got going on, what you doing, what you selling, because that's how you build up your pipeline. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, that's how you build up your pipeline, and that's how you find clients and get referrals. Just by letting everybody and their mama know what you got going on. Let them know, yo, I'm in real estate now. Did you know that? I didn't know if you knew, but now you know. And if anyone mentions real estate, they should think of me, Tyrell. Whether you're looking to lease, buy, or sell, call Rel. If you want to buy, call Ty. You got that right. That's just a little game. But basically, I'm no uh, subject matter expert. I'm always a student at first. But one of the reasons that I wanted to get on this tonight and talk about being a new agent is because people have reached out to me and said, "Yo, where'd you get that piece of marketing from?" Like I just showed my wife. There's a guy that follows me on Instagram. We follow each other on Instagram. He's an investor. He's been an agent way longer than I have. However, something that I did influenced him and also held him accountable. So he reached out to me about it and thanked me for it and said, "Hey, I've been trying to do this all week. I've been putting it off. How did you get this marketing material? How did you do the real estate realtor report that I did for Glenside, Philadelphia, and Elkins Park? How did you do that? Did you do it through Command? Did you do it through another website? Did you hire someone to do it?" And I told him, I said, "No, I used Canva. I did my research. I found, the comps in the areas. I found the real estate report, as you would call it, to what the houses sold for last year, how many of them sold, the average day that they sit on the market before they go to closing. Like I did that research. I put it on a Canva template, and I made it look like me. I made it look like I added my touch, and I put it on Instagram, and people liked it. They loved it. So I think anything like that, just to stay at the top of mind, is going to help you be successful if you're thinking about getting into real estate. And that's with anything. That's just not being a real estate agent. That's if you care about sales and you want to make connections. You got to stay up in people's face. You know, they got the 32 touch system or 36 touch system, whatever it is. And constantly, you just got to be in people's face. And, you know, people got to think of you as that person. You know what I mean? For example, if you're in security, they got to think of you as the security guy or the security girl, whatever the case may be. If you sell cars, they got to think of you as the car guy or what did I just say? I was reading something. Yo, listen, man. Canva is the bomb, bro. Canva is the bomb. If you sell cars, they gotta think of you when it comes to being the car guy, the car girl. It's like you gotta market yourself so that they know you for you. Like Sega, I know DJ Sega as a DJ. You know what I'm saying? If someone says DJ, I'm gonna say DJ Sega because he's a DJ. That's what I know him for. That's the first person that's gonna come to the top of my mind. Why? Because he beats it into your mind. Because he stays at the top of mind. He invites you to his videos on Twitch. You know what I mean? He does Facebook Lives. He keeps posting his content and putting it out there and sharing it with others and giving tabloids and tips. It's like if you stay consistent and you continue to be that person, eventually people are going to call you. So you're going to start to see those results rolling in. You know, my cousin Sharon, she's on here. Shout out to Sharon. She's got like 3 or 4 rental arbitrage units going on right now. And for those of you who don't know what rental arbitrage is, I got a perfect guest I'm going to bring up for the next cigar and chat video, and we're going to dive more on that aspect of real estate. But rental arbitrage, or people posting on Airbnb and Booking.com, that industry is called rental arbitrage. That's what it's actually called. But you specialize in short term furnished stays. So when people are traveling for work, school, or just vacation, they have a place to stay as an alternative to a hotel, and is at the fraction of a price at a fraction of the price of a hotel. Some nice hotels might be 2 to 3, $400 a night, but I can get a nice Airbnb, and that might only cost me $150, $130 a night. If not less than that. You know what I mean? I just seen one of those big ass cicadas. Them things is huge, yo. Y'all been seeing them cicadas? They crazy. They all over this joint. So basically, if you want to get into real estate, one of the biggest things that you got to do is market yourself, and people will start to notice you. Driving home today after work, me and the wife, we were talking about billboards and bus signs and all of that. Yo, it's a great idea. And you know what I said to her? And some people might disagree with this, but I like the topic. So people that catch the bus and they catch public transportation, a lot of those people, they got more money saved up than people that own vehicles, because they're not constantly putting money out for a car note. Now again, some people might disagree, and some people might just be different. Some people might not be good at saving money. But essentially, you're on a bus, so you don't have a car, you're probably not wasting money on a car note. Therefore, you're stacking money away, you're building up your credit, which means you probably have some money put aside for a house. So if I put a marketing flyer, or I put some marketing material on the bus or a subway, chances is I'm going to get some qualified leads from that marketing aspect, right? I should have did a punch on this. I knew I should have. But let me see if I can cut this down just a little bit more. Get a nice pull. I'm not getting that nice of a pull today. This might be my fault because I haven't cared for my humidor. I think every I think every 6 months or so you're supposed to like re-season your humidor, and I haven't re-seasoned mine in a while. So some of my cigars sit in there and they might be getting stale at this point. This tastes good though. Good though. I don't think it's stale. I think it's maybe just the way I cut it or something, or it's rolled too tight. I don't know. Mm. No, I'm not. I'm no cigar specialist, but I do enjoy a nice smoke, and this is Vintage Cigar Lounge, which is a black owned. It's Vintage Cigar Room. I'm sorry, which is a black owned cigar lounge in Glenside. So check them out. They got some really good sticks. I enjoy their cigars, and the customer service there is A1 plus. All right, A1 plus. So as a new agent, when I first started, thinking about getting into real estate, which was years ago, uh, at first it was a matter of, because we lost our house as a kid when I lived in Camden. We had to move out, and after my stepfather passed away, and I said, never again. I don't want to be in a position where someone can put me out of my own house, or we don't have nowhere to stay or go, whatever. And I want to put myself in a position where I'm able to be a landlord, you know what I mean, or own my own land, you know what I mean. So that was number one. Number two, I wanted to be able to help people. It wasn't about the money. It was more about the literacy and the language and the education behind all of this. There's so many people in my corner or my circle who love real estate and they see the value of real estate and they're able to use that to put themselves in a better position. Now, another thing on the other end of that spectrum, there's a lot of inner city kids and families and people that look like me who don't know where to begin. They don't even know where to start when it comes to purchasing a home. They think it's almost damn near impossible, but it's not. So, you know, like we talked about last discussion, there's a lot of ways that you can get into buying a house, little to no money down. But the idea is ownership over renting. Owning is the key. Ownership is key when it comes to real estate. Everywhere you turn and look around, it's real estate. So as a new agent, in my mind, I'm going back and I'm thinking everything's an opportunity. We were driving home today, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes ago, and I was driving, and my neighbor, older couple, they have a nice house at the corner of the block here, and I know they're not going to sell it, but I rolled down my window to jokingly tell him, "Yo, I got somebody that want to buy your house." He was like, "Oh yeah," you know, and just something like that. It's a natural way to go into a conversation. Like, no, I'm just kidding, but if you know someone that's looking, let me know. This is what I do. And I joked with him and I said, I want to buy your house. You know what I mean? They got the nicest lawn on the block. Uh, but anyway, those are just some of the things to kind of look for when you think about being, getting into this business, helping people, not necessarily thinking too much about the money aspect. Obviously, the money is important, but you don't want to bank on just money. If you bank on just money, chances is you're going to be chasing a dollar for the rest of your life. So you got to get that out of the main topic or the main want or need. So you have to have the idea and get in the mindset of helping people and being of service. When you be of service, the more people you help, the better you'll be in life and the better you'll set yourself up for success. Money will always follow. Just like Michi said. Michi here is a expert on this topic, and she's gonna actually have to come up and do one of these chats with me. Um, I'm trying to refrain from calling it a show because it's not a show. I feel like shows are a little bit more consistent. I just kind of do this like whenever I have some time where I can connect with people that I don't get to talk to as much because of work and life and business and everything is all in the way. So I don't want to call this a show, but it's literally just I'm talking to my family and friends and that's what it is. I just had a email come through. Can someone show a client a property? And this is going back to being, either a leasing agent or becoming a licensed realtor or whatever the case may be. Find yourself a team or a brokerage, someone that's going to care about you. They care about your success. They hire people like Josh. He's a productivity coach. Someone that's going to help hold you accountable. Someone that's going to send you an email that says, "Hey, is there anyone available to do a showing for a client on Saturday?" Now, unfortunately, I can't do that this Saturday, but you want to be able to get into a team or brokerage or a company, someone that's going to be able to help you like that person almost did right there. You know what I mean? Uh, Relationships is everything. Being nice to people can go a long, long way. Me, because I did a favor for someone that I don't even, I mean, this was a while ago, but I did a favor for someone in terms of introducing them to a landlord that will allow corporate leases, right? Rental arbitrage. Because I referred that person to that landlord and they were able to get business 6 months later, 7 months later, he referred me a client because they said, we're looking to buy a house. And I was the first person that he thought of, you know? So there we go. Being nice to people can go a long way. And sometimes helping people out can go a long way. You know what I mean? Sharon, you know about this property already. It's where Monte is at. They might, I don't know if they have any more left, any more properties left. But mm, we definitely gonna talk because I was told today that, and this was by my brother. He said, "Yo, you got to be my guy. I need to be able to rely on you." He told me, he said, "I need you to call these landlords for me and figure out who's gonna allow corporate leases because this is a big. We're gonna get into that discussion, man. We're not gonna do it today, but that's a big topic in real estate right now. This rental arbitrage is so big, but we'll talk about that another time because I actually want to bring a couple people into the discussion regarding rental arbitrage. But anyway, another thing to think about as a new agent, and this is going back to marketing and always being at the top of mind and, you know, discussing what you do with everybody you meet. One of the things that I did recently was I went on Canva. Shout out to my bro. You already know Canva's dope. I went on Canva and I made these flyers so that I can send them out. Basically, I just want to send them out to, my neighbors, my family, my friends, just to stay at the top of mind. It doesn't matter what business you're doing. You want to always do something like that because when they get a piece of mail and it has your face on it, it has your name, it says warm wishes or congratulations or hello, and it has your name and your face, you're the person they're thinking about without even being there. Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Especially if they know you. That's crazy. So I'm able to take a skill I learned or taught myself basically. It's pretty simple on Canva, make a flyer, and I can send it to 3,000 addresses in my neighborhood and beyond so that people know who I am, they know what I do, they see my face. So when they see me walk around in the neighborhood, they recognize who I am. I bought stuff to put on my car so that people realize what it is that I'm doing. So going back to the mind of a new agent, I'm the newbie on the block. I got to be able to be louder in a good way and better in a good way than some of the big dogs out there so that they don't continue to overshadow me too much. I want the big dogs to be able to see me and they're like, oh, this young boy, he know what he's doing a little bit. He gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? Today, this morning, the condo king followed me on Instagram. Island Dom. Island Dom ran for councilman in the city of Philadelphia in 2015 and he won. And prior to that, and still, he's been in real estate for many, many, many years. And for someone like Island Dom to follow me on Instagram says a lot about me putting myself out there. People know what I'm doing. People see me. You know what I'm saying? Stay at the top of mind. Michi no. Michi will listen. Michi will hit you up and she'll check up on you, see how you're doing. And at the end of the day, when she does that, she's the first person that I think about when it comes to what she does. Finance, insurance, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? My Aunt Rhonda, she just got into the same thing, doing insurance. She's gonna be just like Michi is, at the top of people's minds, sliding in the DMs, sending out messages, sending out emails. So that's important. Uh And then the last thing that I wanted to mention, and I'm not going to keep y'all, it's Friday night, it's hot outside. I'm going to be out here for a little bit. But one of the things that I want to talk about is collaborations. As a new agent, you want to collaborate with seasoned agents. You want to collaborate with your competition. You want to collaborate with people who will help elevate you. And you want to try to get with companies that can help you. So, for example, shout out to Tom Campbell. Tom Campbell is the person that helped me get one of my clients pre-approved this week. And it was because he reached out, he seen one of these videos, and he reached out and he said, "Yo, Tyrell," he works for Meridian Mortgage. He said, "Yo, Tyrell, there's a program that we have that can help people not only get pre-approved for a mortgage or approved for a mortgage, but they're going to get some money back at settlement. They have grants that they're giving away, free money, like literally free money." And I'm like, damn, that's dope. And I didn't even know it. But he said, "I'm going to put together something for you and I'll send it over." I'm thinking he's just going to send me an email. He put together an email and a flyer with both our names and contact information on it. I thought that was dope. I had a lot of respect for him. I always have. But after that, I was like, damn, this is actually really cool. He giving people free money, like literally. So took that flyer, sent it to everybody I knew, posted it, talked about it, and people started hitting me up. I mean, that's the power of relationships and collaboration. So I know that was a lot, but as a new agent, you want to continue to look at those type of things. I'm going to continue to look at those type of things and do those type of things. And if you guys have any questions for me, if there's anyone that's interested in joining an awesome, awesome brokerage, I would be happy to introduce you to my coach at Keller Williams. By the way, this is not to sell anybody, but this is just for the two people, because it wasn't a lot. It was two people this week that asked me about, becoming an agent. One said, "How did I become a real estate agent? How was the test?" And something about like the schooling and the class and all of that. And then the other person said that they've been thinking about getting into real estate, but they don't know which way to go. So this video was specifically made for two people, but I want to talk to everybody. I want to put the knowledge out there and help as many people. How did you start out? What was your first title? So I'm guessing you're talking about when I first got into real estate. Okay, so uh, let's go back. Prior to me getting into real estate, I was in security and concierge services for about 4.5 years. I specialized in working at multiple luxury apartment homes in downtown Center City, Philadelphia. That's how I started. I used to always see the owners come in. They would have they fancy blazers on and jeans and clean shoes and clean cut. You know what I mean? Some of the dudes was young, some of them was old, but I would always see the owners come in and they would tour the property. People would give them the utmost respect. They would always come and talk to me at the front desk. I would always see leasing agents come through and do tours with people through the apartments. And I was like, man, like I, I want to do that. I want to be able to help people come to find a place like this and they can actually sign up and stay here. So that kind of helped motivate me seeing that. And I was like, damn, I think I want to become a agent, a leasing agent. And that's how I started. So basically, I, filled out an application for one job. They didn't have anything open full time, unfortunately. So I started out on a part time. They said, hey, you could do concierge. And then on weekends, when we're short staffed, or if we're short staffed and it gets too busy, we'll let you do some of the tours. So I went to, and shout out to Chestnut Square. This is in Westchester, one of my favorite buildings I ever worked at. I was able to go there and work at the front desk and show people around the property. And when they signed up, unfortunately, I couldn't take the commission because I wasn't an official leasing agent, but I was able to help people and show them around, and they would sign up and lease an apartment. And I thought that was dope because they had, in this building specifically, this building had a crazy, crazy wait list for it. So like a lot of people wanted to live there, but couldn't. So when somebody finally was able to sign up, it was like a big deal. They was like, "Yo, I finally got in Chestnut Square." All these friends would come over, so that made me feel good. Um, that didn't last long because Like I said, it was only part time. So then I got into Hanover, which I worked for them for about 2.5 years as a leasing agent. That was my first leasing position. And the rest is history. I did leasing for 2.5 years with Hanover. I wound up getting an opportunity with another company, Altera, and worked my way up to become an assistant property manager. Got my real estate license, started doing deals on the side, bought my house. That was a process within itself, a big learning curve for me and my wife, and the rest is history. This is what I've been doing. I live and I breathe real estate. You know, a lot of you guys know me for doing music, and I still love music. It's still a passion of mine, and it's a hobby at the same time. But real estate is something on another level where it's like I feel like I could just help more people. I'm able to be that much more of a service to people than I am in music. I love music. I love to do it. I enjoy that space and that environment. But when it comes to being of service, this is something where I can be more so of service. And shit, it pays the bills. You know what I'm saying? And that's nice. It pays the bills. So I'm running out of lighter fluid. But for anyone that wants to get into real estate, Sharon, Tashay, you ladies are doing a amazing job. And let me tell y'all something. You guys, you ladies, you queens, y'all are some of the baddest. When I tell you, y'all are some of the baddest interior decorators that I've seen in the game. I mean, I've seen some professionals. I've seen some. And the work that y'all do in your place of business, your short-term rentals, it's untouched. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I love blue. You know what I'm saying? You see me, I'm blue. I love my blue, and I think y'all got in two of your units, you have a lot of blue in there, and that was a nice touch. Blue and gold together, that's a nice color. So nice color scheme. Rental arbitrage is going to be I mean, it is a big business already, but it, we're going to talk about that later. we go we're going to talk about that later. But listen, that is the wave. Okay, there was a video, and it's Friday night. I'm gonna let you guys go soon, but there was a video I was watching on YouTube. This guy, he rents out cars on Tyrell. That's also a big business. He said that in Atlanta, he went to the gym. He's always working out in the gym. He meets people. He says, he build those connections and relationships. Anyway, of all the guys he works out with at the gym and the people he met, each of those guys have like 3 Airbnbs. And when he found that out, he was like, "Well, I don't have that." He was like, "What? Tell me more about it." And the guys was like, "You don't know what Airbnb is? Like, if you ain't got at least two of them, you ain't in the game, dog." So, so he was like, "Shit, that was a trigger for me, man." He said, "This is an opportunity that I'm clearly missing that I need to pick up and start doing that." And he got one turned to two, two turned to four, and he never looked back since. And I think this guy, I think he has over like 50 short-term rentals in Atlanta, and I think he did a couple other states or something like that, or cities or whatever. But big business, man. Mm. But thanks for tuning in, guys. It was a pleasure. You guys could have been doing anything because it's Friday night. Some of you guys have work tomorrow, some of you don't. But you guys could have been anywhere doing anything, but you guys decided to be right here with me, and I'm truly honored. I really appreciate you taking the time. Um, please, I have a YouTube channel now for my real estate business. Please subscribe to the real estate channel. I'm actually going to post this video in there as well. Um, anyone that needs help in real estate, whether they're looking to lease, buy, or sell, I would hope and pray that you guys think of me. It would be a great honor to help anybody that's looking. And as a referral coming from you guys, it really says a lot. It really does. It really says a lot, and it goes a long way. Um, And I just want to thank you guys again. And I look forward to doing more of these with all of you guys. We're gonna do some more of these. I don't know if we're gonna do it like bi-weekly or bi-monthly or what the heck, but I just kind of get on here whenever I can and get some time. It's not a show. It's just a conversation. It's just a chat. And I appreciate you guys. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Peace.